Hi ladies, so today we're going to be talking about exactly what to do when the guy that you're dating or talking to starts suddenly acting different. Last video we went over why he suddenly acts different, and so in this video I just wanted to give maybe like a story or a step-by-step guide on what exactly action steps that you guys can do when the guy you're dating starts acting different. So let's get into it. I'm going to tell you guys a story about a girl named Selah. She's soft, observant, and feminine, but also she's sharper than people realize. She just started talking to this guy who made her feel seen in a way that she hadn't felt in a long time. He was showing effort, calling her before bed, asking about her day, and saying things that made her feel excited in a warm, quiet way where you just start imagining, this is going somewhere. And then, like it always seems to happen, something shifted. Not dramatically, just off enough that she felt it. His replies weren't as warm, the rhythm changed, and a call that used to last an hour suddenly ended in 5 minutes. He wasn't rude, but he was just different. And most women instantly panic when something like this happens, but not Selah, because she has something most girls don't. She has a 4-step system for moments exactly like this, and I'm going to walk you through it today. Step 1, I want you guys to slow down your emotional reaction. Remember, feelings aren't facts. I know that they can feel that way, but they aren't. The first thing that Selah did was nothing. Not in a passive way, but in a regulated, emotionally intelligent way. She didn't double text him. She didn't send paragraphs. She didn't call 5 times. And she didn't spiral. Instead, she said to herself, before I react, let me observe. Because she understood something we all forget. His shift is information. Your reaction decides the outcome. So, Selah took a breath and she slowed down her nervous system. She matched his pace, not his confusion. Step 2, check reality, not the story in your head. Pause, think logically. That's exactly what I want you guys to think for step 2. Pause and think logically. So Selah, she sat with her journal. She wrote out things. She wrote out what happened, and she wrote out what her mind was trying to interpret it as, because sometimes we can see things that happen and we all have different perspectives. We might feel that things are happening a certain way, and really it doesn't turn out to be that way at all. So her reality was his text got a little shorter. The mind story that she started telling herself, he's losing interest. I said something wrong. I ruined the vibe. But see, Selah now knew better. She knew that when a man starts feeling something real, he often steps back to practice it, to process it, to understand. And it's not always disinterest. Sometimes it's unfamiliarity. So instead of assuming the worst, she stayed grounded in logic, not anxiety. This alone saved her from emotional exhaustion. Step 3, shift the focus back on to you. Listen, men reorient to women who are centered in themselves. Selah didn't chase the shift. She didn't revolve around his energy. She didn't wait by the phone. She didn't let his inconsistency shake her worth. She did the exact opposite. She poured more into herself. In fact, when he went a little bit distant, she said, great, more space for me. She cleaned her space. She went to the gym. She poured herself flowers. She focused on her routine, her beauty routine, her skin routine, her goals, just herself overall. She wasn't doing this to play games or to manipulate him. She was doing this because this is just who she is. And this is just how she embodies her dream self. And this energy, this calm focus, this is exactly what brings clarity into connection. And men gravitate towards women who stay grounded when energy gets weird. So step 4, and the last step. I want you to respond softly but maturely when he comes back. When you know your worth, your tone stays gentle, not desperate. Sure enough, after a few days, he reached out again. Not with drama, not with a confession, just a simple, hey, been in my head a lot lately. Sorry if I seemed off. See, the average woman would have snapped. Oh, now you want to talk to me? Where have you been? But not Selah. She let him speak. She listened. She responded from security and not fear. Something simple like, it's okay. I appreciate you saying that. I've just been focusing on my own stuff anyways. She was warm, she was soft, but she was also clear. She didn't punish him. She didn't beg. She didn't over-accommodate. She held her standard gently, the most powerful combination. And because of that, he stepped up with more intention than before. Not because she forced him, but because she stayed grounded in her self-worth. So guys, I just want to say, a man acting differently is not all of a sudden an emergency. It's just a moment of reflection, a moment to focus back within yourself, in a moment that reveals who you are under pressure, that tests your emotional intelligence, and it separates the women who crumble from the women who will rise into their worth. So, if this is happening to you right now, I want you to slow down. I want you to think logically, not with emotion. I want you to shift back the focus onto yourself, and I want you to respond with softness and standards when he returns. Remember, a woman in her worth is never afraid of a temporary shift because she knows the right man won't ever dare to lose her. In fact, he'll step up to not only match her, but to exceed her, to elevate her. And that's the difference between reacting and moving like the girl who gets chosen. You are psychologically pretty.